Okay, let us have a look at this question. Lena bought a car for $45,000 by making a down payment of $9,000 and biweekly or payments every 2 weeks at the end of every 2 weeks for 7 years. Interest is 3.52% compounded quarterly. What are the biweekly or every 2 weeks payments rounded to the nearest cent? Okay, so the price of the car is $45,000. Correct? We have it right here, or you can see right over here. That's the price of the car. Now, there is a down payment, meaning that Lena would have to pay less because so you have to deduct the $9,900 as it shows here. So we take $45,000. Let's get to the calculator. So we go 45,000 minus 9900. And that gives us the amount owing is $35,100 right here. So we put in $35,100. So that will be the present value, which we can insert right here. 35100, and we can put in decimal 00. Okay, so what else do we know? Well, the payments are biweekly, so they are every 2 weeks. Okay, so what we have is we have 52 weeks in 1 year, and we have to divide by 2, so PY will be 26. So PY is 26 payments per year because there are 52 weeks in the year. Now CY is the interest rate of 3.52% is compounded quarterly. So CY would be 4 and IY will be 3.52. Okay, so payment is what we wish to calculate because it says what are the biweekly payments, correct? So payment is what we need to compute. The future value will be 0 because the loan, the amount owing has to be paid off. All right, it is a loan of $35,100. All right, so we can start and let's go to the calculator. So now we have the $35,100. We will insert that as the value for the present value, which it is. Okay, so now we have to put in PY and CY. So we go second IY, so PY is 26. We click on enter. We go down and CY is 4, as you can see right here. So 4, enter for CY. And we can check that PY is 26 and CY is 4. Now we can quit or get out by just hitting second CPT. Now we'll like to put in the value for N. For that, we need to get the number of years, which in this case is 7 years. So 7 second N, that multiplies by PY, which is 26. So 7 times 26 gives us 182. And then we click on N to enter it into the value for N. And that is what we will put into this answer box, 182. The IY value is 3.52, so you go 3.52, and there we insert it. We already have the value, the present value, this number right here, $35,100. So we can check on that and recall the present value, and there it is, $35,100. The future value will be 0 because this has to be paid off completely. So 0 for the future value, and now we compute the payments. The payments will be, each of them will be how much? Well, $217.63. So that is the amount for each payment. Now we have to calculate down here what is the cost of financing. Well, the cost of financing would be the total amount paid minus the present value, which is the amount that was borrowed, the $35,100. $100 right here. If you wish, you could put that in green. So the total amount paid is what? Well, the total amount paid is equal to what? The amount of each payment multiplied by the number of payments, correct? Which in this case is 217.63 times 182. Where am I getting those numbers from? Well, there they are. That is the payment right here, and that is the payment right here, 217.63. So if I make this positive by clicking plus minus, I have the 217.63, and then I multiply by recalling n, which is 182, I get this grand total of 39,607.95. Okay, now I can easily, to avoid any mistakes, I can go and copy the answer, and I can insert that answer right here. The total amount paid would be equal to this amount right here, 39,607.95. So that's the total amount paid. Okay, so from that, we need to do what? Well, to get the cost of financing, which is right up here, let's get that done. Okay, if you want the cost of financing, we have to get the total amount paid, which is what we have here. And then we have to subtract the present value, which is this amount right in here. Okay, so let's go and do that. We can quickly compute that. Let's go here. So the cost of financing would be equal to 39,607.95 minus 35,100.00. And that would be equal to, well, let's go down here and then we can put in the number. So let's go. We have the 39,607.95 and we subtract 35,100. And that gives us 4,507.95. So the number down here would be $4,507.95. We go over here and we insert the number 4,507.95. Okay, let's get in there. Right, let's go back and correct that. And there we are, 4507.95. We submit and all the answers are correct.